Hey, what's up, guys? I just had the, it just comes on you. You want to make a video. You want to talk. You get annoyed. You get pissed off. You start thinking about stuff and you just want to, or you make a video. If more people would make videos, I feel we'd have less crazy stuff happen. Therapeutic, even. But I digest. I'm getting off the subject here. No, I just want to make another video about this race thing. It's just driving me rather batty because of the potential that we have as Americans right now. How can I break this down to where okay. Donald Trump has gave more blacks jobs than any other president in their full term ever. I mean, he's lifted 5 million off of food stamps. He's also giving voices and, well, not giving voices. It's very strange also that in the presidency of this so-called racist president, who is so obviously not, that we're having the biggest movement of exposing the myth of racism ever, like Candace Owens blowing it up, explaining that the Dixiecrats never left the fucking Democrats. They never left the Democrats. There was no big switch. You would have actually seen certain key players in the Dixiecrats reversing parties. If they didn't switch, people. They didn't. The same Republicans that were with Lincoln when they set the slaves free are here now. They are the same beliefs, they're the same peoples, they're the same principles. Most blacks in the South in Jim Crow were conservative. They were married. They had their own land. They were doing just as good as the white boys. It was exactly equal, except for the fucked up segregation. See, that was the only part that was wrong, though. That's the only tweak that needed to be made, is the blacks can do whatever the whites can do. But they shouldn't have. They changed more than that. Okay? They didn't keep a equal playing field. And it all came from the Dixiecrats. All the legislation from the 1930s to the 1950s that were made about Jim Crow, segregation, and all of that were Democratic laws passed by Democratic Dixiecrat governors, senators. And some of them are still alive today. Joe Biden's mentor was a member of the KKK. They are the techies, right? Their power elite is the tech industry. They believe that white people are genetically better than most. Is that racist? I mean, guys, these are facts. You can look this shit up yourself. Tell me if I'm wrong. Comment. But All we have to do is start a movement. That's what we need. I'm not going to name it. I want people to leave a small comment and a movement name to get this thing going. Let's get it going. As soon as I don't know, we'll make it to where you guys decide everything. Let's put it that way. You decide which name is the best. We start that movement because I am not trying to be a leader. I'm not trying to, if I'm called for that position, yes, but I don't have the fat head that I have to be the leader. There's probably a really great person out there that would do better than I. But I'm telling you guys this again. I said it in my other video, and I'll tell you again. If we get the majority as white and black together under one umbrella, and we turn our eyes from each other and up the hill, look up the hill, look at the ones that are throwing down all this propaganda of the white man's this or black man's that. It's bullshit. Most of us don't give a fuck what color you or we or anybody are. We just care about your actions. Now, I know there's different in culture, but I have many black friends, and yes, we are different in a lot of ways of food, drink, what we like, style, speech. There is culture differences, but never have I seen that cause conflict in my experience, nor in theirs dealing with my culture. You need culture. You do need diversity. But one thing blacks and whites share in this nation, whether we see it or not, is we'll fuck somebody up if they fuck with us. If they fuck with America, we'll come together. Why does it take a foreign threat to bring us together, though? Think about that. We can ward off somebody nuking us as we come together as a country, but we can't come together to get the devil-worshipping, child-molesting, sex trafficking, drug dealing, welfare giving, telling you you're nothing saying, white man hates you, brainwashing, real villains who are up on the hill. Don't look at me, look up. Where the real power resides. And as soon as we do that, for one example, the debt would be gone. The debt would be gone. We don't owe that money. We don't. That's fraudulent banking practices by a cartel that took over our money system in 1913. So our national debt is fraudulent. That's another reason we're living in such a amazing time, is because you got to look at, let's look at it like this. You've had a business, you sell watermelons. Well, you got those watermelons for a certain price forever. And then costs went up and your profits started to dwindle until it went into the negative. You couldn't even make any money off your watermelon. Okay? Well, the United States right now is renegotiating how much they're going to sell the world our fucking watermelons. And you can say whatever you want about Donald J. Trump, but he can make a deal. And I have full faith that after this shit's done with China and we get things figured out with North Korea and we cooperate even with other nations, not in a cooperation that would coerce our security, but in a capacity that we agree on a pinpoint subject we all agree on, that we all think needs attention to take care of. Meaning USA, China, Russia uniting on a very thin front of they are sick of being controlled by the IMF and World Bank and the Federal Reserve Bank that resides in United States of America. And that a few crooked bankers do not need to run not only world monetary power as a one-armed bandit, but they damn sure don't need to be writing legislature and the rules on how a human being should be treated and or I'm trying to calm down. But it's so hard to put this in a obtainable language for the masses. It's hard. I'm trying to figure out a way to bring it in every day where the problem is most people will hear about this stuff and they just don't see the connection of how it touches their lives. They can't see the big picture. So God, like he says, knowledge, how's it go? It just seems like the more you know, the more heavy you feel. Heavy is the head that wears the crown type shit. And for the ones that can absorb the bigger picture and stand back and look at it as a landscape, like a war ground, like you can actually see the strategic moves necessary to fix the world. Only because I am one of the informed, honest people in this world. If you have, that's all you need, is a guy that has enough scruples up there that can see the board. Well, Trump, not only can he see the board, but imagine it's a chessboard and it's 4 layers, 4 levels high. He's playing 4D chess here, ladies and gentlemen. This man he figured out a crystal clear channel to get his exact messages and meanings out to his people. I just wish there was a way, or I wish God would give me the one-liner that would just strike the heart of people about coming together under a black and white striped flag. I wish we'd take out the red and white on the flag and just have like a blue stripe, the stripes with blue background, blue black background and black and white stripes. I'm ready to make whatever severe change that we need to make that is not throwing money at it. Folks, we can't throw money at it. We can't buy into this ridiculous utopian victim, I deserve mentality. I don't know what you want to call this sickness that has come upon the most left of thinkers these days. It's absolute Marxism, fascism, socialism, communism. I mean, they don't believe in anything that America believes in. I don't give a rat's butt what any of them say. They don't want the Second Amendment. Maybe the middle of the aisle guys, but 3/4 of that party want to disarm us. And that should scare everybody. Why does government want to disarm us? Yeah, we're violent to each other. Well, that's because of culture. It's not because of a gun. The gun cannot pick its... The gun can't run after you and kill you. You want to fix violence? Fix culture. I mean, people we're talking about... Look, I do well. I have no financial gain to make here, or I don't have my beliefs because I feel I'm owed anything from the government other than transparency and justice. That's what I want. Damn sure justice. I'm like a warrior on this. I want blood. I want to choke. I want to get my hands on some of these people because I know the sick and twisted things that they've done to this world and to so many people between poisoning, selling, killing, and they don't do it just for the money. No, they do it to please their God, in which they believe will refund them with money and life's pleasures, power, what have you. They know on certain days and times of the year that if they do certain killings or violent acts or rituals, that it means this, and I get this power, and I receive that. They actually can. I want the power of, making someone fall in love with me. I'm telling you, they know how to do that. And to do it, they're sacrificing children. They're satanic. They are devil worshipers. They are the ones that Trump is going after. They are the ones he's trying to knock out. They ran ISIS. That's why he went to Syria. And Putin was fucking working with Trump in that. Putin knew that our crooked government ran ISIS, as did Donald Trump when he came into office. They got together, like I said they were going to previously, and they took ISIS out. ISIS is the ones who are getting the poppy out of Afghanistan and taking the shit to Mexico to be processed and delivered up by M13 drug members and mules coming across, giving the poison to our kids, and also muling from the China the fentanyl that's killing them. It's all coming across the south border. Trump don't give a fuck about immigrants. He wants to stop the poison coming into this country. That's where that's all the prostitutes are coming. All the women they steal in the world that they can sell for sex comes through there. The drugs, because they made a crooked ass deal with Mexico, that Mexico would quietly let them come on across without saying anything. That's why I'm sorry for my language. That's why we went to Afghanistan. It had nothing to do with we want their poppy fields. Before we went to Afghanistan, we supplied 2% of the world's poppy and heroin. Within 5 years after Afghanistan, we were up to 90, and now we're up to 97% of the world's opium supply. We are by far the biggest drug dealers there are. You want the drug dealers? You want the war on drugs to win here, guys? Are you sick of the cocaine coming into your community? Are you sick of supposed racist white cops beating your ass in the fucking ghetto because you're doing nothing? Are you tired of that? Then look at the plantation owners. Look at the slave owners. Look up the hill. Don't look at me. Look up the hill. Let's get him. Let's go get him. I'm with you. I will die beside you as an American as long as we are fighting the right people for the right reasons. Wake up. I'm just so pissed. Stupidity pisses me off. I know there's some people in the world that do not have the capacity to get this, so they are a lost hope. But most do have enough to where they are able to make them understand. Most. So, what are we waiting on? If a black man out there has a problem with me and thinks I'm privileged in any way and wants to comment here and tell me how full of shit I am, I welcome you, brother, because I assure you the opinion that will be changed at the end of the conversation will be yours if we run on facts and not your feelings. The world don't give a shit about your feelings. The world don't want you to be happy. They can't guarantee that, but they can guarantee you'll be done fair. No, fair means no better than anybody else or no worse. All our lives are going to suck in some way, but yours ain't going to suck any more than mine. As long as that's all you're looking for. But if you come to me wanting fucking reparations and that shit, you come to me talking about I owe you anything, when I never owned a slave, my daddy never owned a slave, my granddaddy's never owned a slave. I don't know anybody who's ever put no white hood on their head. I've never put no neck in a noose. I have never owned a slave. Therefore, I have not sinned. I am not done to sin, so why do I have to pay the price? But I'll tell you who did profit and help and did hurt the black community, and are standing on that hill. And I see him. And I hate him for what he did to us. I hate them. I hate them for how they go against my Father in heaven. And I believe as Christians, this is what we're supposed to be fighting. The enemy has shown themselves. if there's an end times, Jesus, Lord in heaven, I don't understand how it could be any different than it is right now, because the good is and the evil, there's no gray anymore. It's bam, bam. God. No God. Don't kill babies. Kill babies. Blacks sucks. Whites sucks. Give me all your money. Quit taking my tax money. I'll rest my case. But again, just trying to start a conversation. Comment. Let's go with it.